Good afternoon and welcome to the 2022 Smail Acura Virtual Auto Show. My name's Taylor and with me today we have Acura Product Specialist Clint Robbins. Hi, Clint.
Hello.
Before we get started, just a reminder, don't forget to comment, like, subscribe to this video. We have Clint here so he can answer all of your questions in real time. And we want to make sure that we show you exactly what it is that you want to see. So with that being said, let's get started.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the 2022 Acura Auto Show presented by Smail Acura in Greensburg, Pennsylvania. Today, we'll be connecting you directly to our showroom floor with a live product specialist and cameraman. If you have a question, leave it in the comments section, and we will provide you live answers and demonstrations on your favorite Acura vehicles. Without any further ado, let's start the broadcast with your hostess, Taylor Smail.
I was going to say, I almost went the wrong way.
No, we got it.
So real quick before we get started, just a reminder that we are having a giveaway throughout this entire week for the auto show. If you go to smailcars.com/enter, you can enter for a chance to win an Apple Watch, Apple TV, a Smail gift bucket with a complimentary detail. It's a short form. All you have to do is fill it out, and then you could go home with one of these prizes. So, Clint, we are here on 2/22/22 Tuesday at 2 o'clock.
And we're going to be talking about the 2022
vehicles.
Yes,
MDX.
Yes. I would probably play 222 tonight in the lottery. Yes.
Yeah. I was going to say, there's got to be some good cosmic energy happening today.
Definitely.
Do we want to kick it off with the 2022 MDX?
Let's do it on the Type S.
Yep.
Yeah.
So the Type S, that's new for MDX this year, right?
It is. It goes way back to the last time we made one was in 2008. It is a performance upgrade package that is well known with all Honda and Acura buyers. People still talk about their Integra Type S's, and we're actually bringing the Integra back here in about 6 months. But it first came out on the TLX last year, and this is the first MDX Type S that we received. This is our demo model. The color that you're seeing is Apex Blue, metallic pearl, and I believe the interior would be the ebony. It only comes in two interior colors. Actually, three, I'm sorry. Ebony, red, or orchid. That you can see is the wheel. You have the red calipers, which are Brembo brakes. So again, it's the performance upgrade. So you're going to get performance upgrades on your wheels, your brakes, your suspension, your transmission, your engine, the all-wheel drive system, the exhaust system. Everything is upgraded. This is taking the normal MDX and powering it up with a 3.0 V6 turbo engine that puts out 355 horsepower and almost exactly the same amount of torque, which is really what you want. It's 354, so they only missed it by 1. But this is going to compete against your upper-end luxury sports SUVs like the the BMW M series, the Audi S series, the Mercedes AMG series. It's not as expensive as those packages are because this isn't a V8 turbo, but it is Honda / Acura's performance upgrade on the Acura. And the MDX is the #1 luxury SUV of all time that has a third row. A lot of people don't know this car was the first ever to have a third row seat. So it's legendary for that reason. And it also was the first car to have its own climate control in the second row.
Oh, wow. I didn't know that.
You can see the quad tips, dual exhaust, the big diffuser underneath the back just to give it some more of that airflow. You can see the blacked out chrome, the chrome in black rims. It's got the roof rails on top, and the interior is absolutely phenomenal. Acura is known for its audio system, This package, when you get it in the advanced package, comes with an audio system that nobody can compete with. It's got 25 speakers and it's got 1,000 watts of power. That kind of system should be in a house.
Mm-hmm. I
So,
saw it. Looks
yep,
like we have a question.
You can see the designer stitching, contrast stitching with the red. You can see the speakers on the doors. There's a guy named Elliot Shiner, who is a 8-time Grammy Award producer, music producer. He's a legend. He makes all of our sound systems in our cars, and he's one of the main reasons why we get ranked #1. The last time an Audiophile magazine tested our sound system, it was ranked #1 out of 70 that were tested.
Oh, wow.
So look at the craftsmanship, the workmanship of the stitching. This package also has front massaging seats for the first time ever. Yep. You can see the aluminum pedals, more of a sportier steering wheel that's cut off on the bottom with extended paddle shifters.
Mm-hmm.
You can see our navigation screen up there. This has wireless Apple and Android Auto. So your Apple CarPlay, as soon as you get into the car, would sync right up with the phone. And then we have a QI wireless charging dock right there below the camera in the middle there.
I know the wireless, it just makes it so much easier. No cords or anything like that in the way.
Yeah, the old cars, you had to plug into the cord, the USB cord. There's the wireless charging dock right there. And there's our touchpad. If we can stop it right here. There's a lot of things online that are saying negative things about this little touch square right there. So that screen that you saw up on top, it is not a touch screen. We used to have a touch screen. But what do you have to do to a touch screen when you're driving?
Look at it.
And touch it, right?
Touch it, yeah.
So to touch it, you actually have to take your hands off the steering wheel, look over, and you have to touch it, which is not really a safe thing to do. Mm-hmm. This little square pad makes that screen work just like your phone does. But you can actually see the screen, okay, through your peripheral. And if you know where the buttons are, you don't even really have to look. So wherever you touch on that pad, you're basically touching the screen. If you want to swipe to the next screen, you simply just swipe that pad. Mm-hmm. So there is no cursor. It doesn't work like a mouse. It works just like a smartphone. But what a lot of people don't know and a lot of people don't read on these forums is there's a button on the steering wheel that you can pretty much control everything with your voice. And with your syncing of your phone with your Apple CarPlay and your Android Auto, if you know how to use your phone, if you know how to use and play the music and know how to text and know how to call, if you know how to put a destination in, then basically that's what you're going to be doing in these cars nowadays. So most of the people and the customers that we see, they're not even using the navigation system that comes in the car. And again, Acura is a pioneer of that. We were the first, Acura was the first company to put a navigation system into a car. We were the first to bring Bluetooth, okay, wireless hands-free with your phone to the market, and Bluetooth audio when there was only 2 phones back then, and one was a BlackBerry. So that's how far we go back with our technology. Mm-hmm. Roll it. That big silver button right there, if we could stop right there, that is our dynamic mode. Hopefully you guys saw it. We can change, there you go. See the silver button right in the middle above the gear shift, which is a push button gear shift? That is called a dynamic mode. That will change the car from more of a comfort feel to a normal feel to a sport feel, and even a Sport Plus feel on the Type S, which almost puts it into a track mode. And then you have an individual mode as well. That's important because if you want a car to feel more like a, let's say a Lexus or a Cadillac or more of that luxury feel, let's say if you're, most of the wives like that kind of feel, you can give them that. If the husband or the wife, but mostly the husbands, I find, if they want more of that tight feel, more like a sports car feel, then you can change that to more of a sportier package. And what it's going to change is the feel of the steering. The gas pedal is going to be a little bit harder to press. It's going to change the 10-speed gear ratios. And we have a noise canceling system that's actually built into the car. And we can turn it up or down and allow more of the engine noise and the exhaust noise to come through. Now on this Type S, it's going to be more in the sportier version all the time. Mm-hmm. Simply because of the engine and the exhaust system that it has. But when you buy that car, that's what you're buying.
Mm-hmm.
And that'll be the screen that you see. And again, not a touch screen, but if you wanted to select the navigation in the top left corner, and that little pad that we talked about earlier, Taylor, you would just put your finger, leave it on the pad, and push it touch it to the top left, top corner, and then you would just press down on the pad, and it would select the navigation system.
Like you said,
yeah, go ahead.
That sounds so much safer, because you're not, like how you said, reaching, touching, looking, like it's literally right here.
Well, let's leave it right here for a second. Down on the lower left, you have that little profile, and then you can see where the little voice is coming out of the mouth. That would be the talk button, okay? You would have to press it. And the difference between talking to the car and talking to your smartphone is how long you press that button in for. If you wanted to change something in the car, you would just simply press it and release it. A little icon would sound, and you would talk to the car after that sound. If you pressed it in and held it for, let's say, at least a second, it would engage Siri or your Google Assistant, okay, or Alexa, and you would be able to talk to your phone, and it would be able to do whatever you want on the screen. So it can play any kind of music, it can call anybody, it can text anybody, you can read your texts, you can text back, all hands-free. It can use the maps that you have on your phone, different apps, and take you wherever you want to go. You can ask it, what was the pen score last night, and it will find that for you. All available, and your hands never leave the steering wheel. So that's the safest.
Mm-hmm. Wow.
You can see it's more of a sportier steering wheel, cut off bottom, similar to like what the Corvette has. You have a digital dashboard that changes as your dynamic mode changes. It has 24 different ambient colors inside that you can choose for lighting at night. It's just, we're very, very excited to have this. We're going to be getting more in the future here, but this is the new flagship for Acura, because there's no more RLX. We're getting a question in, looks like, is that tailgate hands-free? On this package, it is, because it's the advanced Type S. There's two different packages. You can have a regular Type S, and you can have a Type S Advanced package. The Advanced gives you the hands-free power tailgate. It gives you the upper audio system with the 25 speakers. It gives you those massaging front seats. It gives you a few other things, but that is definitely an option to look at when you're looking at purchasing one of these vehicles.
Mm-hmm. I was going to say, yeah, this sounds like it has everything you can think of.
It's pretty close. And again, you have the reliability, the performance, the resale value, the low cost of maintenance that Honda and Acura give you. Plus, it's made in America. Pretty much all Hondas and Acuras are made in the United States now. A lot of customers don't know that. I'm trying to get that out as much as possible. I was raised, my father was in the Navy for 23 years, so I try to buy as much as I can that's American made, even though this is a world economy. Ford is the only company that makes more cars in the United States than Honda and Acura, and that's pretty surprising to most people when they hear that, because it's owned by the Japanese.
Mm-hmm.
But they spent billions. They spent billions of dollars building new facilities, mostly in Ohio, Alabama, and Indiana.
Mm-hmm.
But obviously, with Honda, they make a lot more than just vehicles. If you want a good lawnmower or generator, you should probably check out the Honda. I might be a little biased, yeah.
I know another popular car is the 2022 RDX A-Spec.
Yes, we've been selling a lot of them. So this looks like a black RDX A-Spec. I'm not sure what the interior is looking like, but it looks like it's possibly also ebony, which is the black on black. You can see the custom wheels that are available on the A-Spec. And similar to the Type S MDX, you can see that there's really not a lot of chrome. All the chrome is pretty much blacked out. The wheels have more of a darker charcoal. They're not true black. They're more of a darker gray. Instead of having dual tips, quad tips, you have dual tips with a bigger exhaust, and you can see the diffuser underneath. A lot of people that just watch the Daytona 500, the NASCAR cars have a big diffuser under the bottom now that changes the airflow, so the cars behind them can get closer and they have more of a cleaner airflow. And that's similar to what is happening with our cars and our sportier models. It's what that diffuser does. It changes the aerodynamics underneath the car. The difference between the MDX and the RDX is you can see that there's no third row seat. So because we are the upper performance company of Honda, this car would be more similar in size to the CRV. Okay. The MDX is going to be more similar size to the Honda Pilot. So nice room in the back. It could fit, definitely 4 sets of clubs back there. And then under the floor, you have 2 different storage areas. Now you can see this is the black interior. This design would have the insert, the Lux suede insert. You can see in the second row. No climate control in this car like the MDX because it's so small. You can see in the center console you have a little pass through, and right at the bottom there is your QI charging dock. This car as well also has wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. Same touchless screen. Again, there's the pad on the bottom, but again, when you get into the car, your phone will sync up and the screen from your phone will show up on there, minus all your apps that you can't use in a car, like all your games and things like that, but you're limited to what apps that you can use. Because the A-Spec is more of the performance appearance package, you can see that you still have the aluminum pedals, still have the sportier steering wheel, and it's got really nice contours at 3 and 9 o'clock that you can really dig in and get a good grip of the steering wheel. Same control, so if you go from one to the other, if you've owned an RDX and now you step up and go to the bigger sister MDX, you can see that the interior is basically the same. Mm-hmm. So it's an easy transition.
Looks like up there too, it's all red accents.
Yeah, and this dash is not digital yet, like the MDX. So we're still more analog here. But if you go with the A-Spec Advance package, and I did not tell you this about the MDX, we have a heads-up display, and it really is more like a hologram. It shows on the window, okay, ahead of you on your eye view, but it looks like it's on the hood of the car. And when you're touching the steering wheel and going through your menus, you're not looking over at the screen, you're just looking at the road and driving. Now you can tilt that and you can change the brightness. If you don't like it, some people don't like it, you can take it away. But let's say you have you're in an area where you're not familiar with and you have an address set, and you're going to get your turn-by-turn navigation right on the heads-up display, and your eyes never leave the road and your hands never leave the steering wheel again. So that's, I think a lot of cars in the future are going to have that standard.
Mm-hmm. Awesome. So I know we've, sorry.
Go ahead. 2022 RDX A-Spec, yes.
Mm-hmm. Covered the SUVs. So going like a little smaller, the ILX Premium we have.
So this is our entry-level 4-door sedan. It's called an ILX. I believe this is what the Integra is going to be replacing. But for now, we do very well with this car. It's kind of like a gateway into the Acura line and into the bigger sister, which would be the TLX. This car only comes front-wheel drive. It's got the VTEC 2.4 liter Honda engine that really puts out a lot of power for a small car like this. It's similar to the Honda Civic Si, which is, it's not the Type R, but it's more their sportier version. It's putting out 201 horsepower, and for a small car like this, it's pretty peppy. But perfect for, a high school student or, someone going to college or just graduating college. Perfect car for them. Mm-hmm. Similar size to what a Civic would be.
Okay.
You can see it's sporty looking. You know, all of our Acuras have that sporty lines, the interior. You're going to have nice leather. We do not make cloth in any car. We do have the Lux Suede inserts in the A-Spec versions, but we do not have cloth in any Acura since 2006. You can see the moon roof. We don't make a car without a moon roof. You will never see an Acura without a moon roof unless you go back to 2006. Mm-hmm. This is the last car that you can see that has a gear shift. The SUVs that we just looked at, you saw that there was no gear shift?
Yep, they all have the buttons.
Yeah, they all have the push buttons, yeah. So that cleans up the center of the car. You can see this is the last one with an emergency brake, an actual emergency brake that you could use. That's gone too. All of the cars now have an electric brake. So they're not called emergency brakes. You wouldn't be able to use that in an emergency to stop the car. Mm-hmm. Hopefully you wouldn't need to because it's not a manual transmission. Yeah. Mm-hmm. But very similar. This is the more outdated version of the Acura. All the two other cars that we just looked at have the touchpad with the screen. This is more with so that middle screen, the second screen below is a touchscreen. The upper screen is not a touchscreen. You would have to use this interface dial, the big dial there, to change what you see on that screen. But below it, you have all your audio controls, and you have all your some of your climate controls that are a touch screen. Below at the bottom there, you have your other climate controls that are more manual. So this is probably the last car that we'll have to have this older system that we've had for years with Acura.
So the TLX Type S, that probably looks completely different inside.
Yeah, that's actually the car that I'm waiting for, and this would be the exact color. I'm waiting for one that has the red interior, which is what I'm driving now. But this is what I would consider our sports car. I'm looking, really looking forward to mine. This one does not have the performance wheel package. That would give you more of a Y spoke that is basically the same tire that you get with the NSX. And what it does is it really opens up the tire and the wheel. So you can really see the brakes and the calipers. It really stands out because there's so much open space. This tire has a little bit more, flares to it. I think it looks nicer in my opinion. I love the black color. I've had 6 black TLs and TLXs. So, black is the best looking when it's clean, but obviously it gets a little bit dirty or a little bit quicker. You can see it has a nice fin on the back. The lines are designed so it has motion when it's not going anywhere. Just a beautiful looking car. You can see the quad tips, dual exhausts, and look how big that diffuser is. Mm-hmm. I mean, again, that's all for aerodynamics. Same thing with the fin. Let's stop right here, and you can see the badging on the Type S. And over to the right, you can see where it says SHAWD. I'm finding that a lot of customers don't really know what that means. And I want to, since we're here and we're taking this time, there's been a lot of articles that I've seen in magazines lately about what's the best cars in snow and what's the best all-wheel drive systems in snow. And a lot of the articles that I'm reading are talking about something that's called torque vectoring. And a lot of people don't know what torque vectoring is unless you're really up on cars. But our super handling all-wheel drive is a symmetrical torque vectoring all-wheel drive system. And we've had it since 2004. So we're talking a long time. And it's something that we're really known for people who know about cars. This car and what torque vectoring is and what our super handling really means is most cars will send power, if it's not just a front wheel drive car, most cars will send power to the front and to the back. Okay. Some cars don't even send power to the back unless the front wheels slip. They can still call that an all-wheel drive car, but it's a reaction all-wheel drive car. The front wheels have to lose traction for it to get sent to the back. Okay. So basically you're driving a front wheel drive car, even though you have an all-wheel drive car. And until you're in a situation where you need all-wheel drive, that's when it goes to all-wheel drive.
It's not as preventative.
Symmetrical all-wheel drive system means that the system is always sending power to all 4 tires. So obviously you're going to have better traction in dry conditions, when it's raining, okay, and also when you get some snow. But dry conditions and wet conditions happen everywhere. You don't have to be in the upper states where you get snow to lose traction. So it doesn't matter if you're in Florida or North Carolina, you're going to have better traction in dry times or in the heavy rains, okay? What this does and our system does in the rear, it sends power side to side, okay, left to right. And how it determines that is when you're making a left-hand turn, you want all the power to go to the outside wheel. That's where the weight is, in the corner. So what we do is we torque vector it to the outside, rear outside wheel. That rear outside wheel spins faster, okay, and it helps you turn into the corner. So have you ever seen cars or been in cars where you get slippery and the rear end spins out?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, well, this never really does that, only if you really hit ice.
Mm-hmm.
And when you couple that with a traction system that we have, okay, even if you were driving around a corner and it was real slushy and bad snowstorm, a little bit of ice, what happens is this system is so intuitive with the traction control on. If it knows that the rear wheels are losing traction, it will not send power to them. Therefore, it will not spin out. So even if you press down on the gas, nothing will happen.
Yeah.
So
wow.
Very, very, very safe systems. And like I said, if you read a lot of publications in the auto industry, what you're going to see is people are talking about the best cars to drive in the snow. And they're going to tell you that torque vectoring, Acura's all-wheel drive system, their super handling system, is one of the best, if not the best.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I know every time I've driven an Acura, it does, like, it just drives the best. Like, I feel the safest in it. It handles everything really nicely. So I didn't know that, but I'm not surprised hearing that.
Well, that's why I came into work today, to tell everybody that, right? All right, interior still, you're not going to see cloth. It is the, it is the Apex version, the Type S version. So you're going to have the Lux Suede insert. You can see the performance steering wheel. You can see the aluminum pedals. And you also can see that the system, our info system, is the same that was in the RDX, and it's the same as in the MDX. Mm-hmm. So no matter what car you're getting, it's going to be a nice transition going from one to the other because all the systems are the same. Can't mm-hmm. say that in any, a lot of other manufacturers and different types of vehicles. They can all be different.
Mm-hmm.
We still have some hard press buttons. You do have heated and vented seats. I haven't got into that. In the RDX A-Spec, heated and vented. In the MDX, you're going to have heated and vented. And in the advanced package, you're going to have heated second row seats. Okay. And in that MDX Type S Advance, you'll have the massaging front seats. In this car, you will have heated and vented seats. And I don't believe they have rear heated seats.
Mm-hmm.
But just a great looking car. I can't wait to get mine. I love driving my A-Spec right now. It's probably the funnest part of my day is driving to work and driving home. I have a 27-mile one-way drive, and it's just a fun car to drive.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you said earlier, Acura's kind of in general looks sporty, but this one definitely has the sportiest look out of all of them.
Well, we're real happy that they're bringing back the sportier packages. They were going away from that, and the guy that's running Acura right now, John Acada, I personally have met him before. He goes back to where the Integras and the Type S's, when they were first developed, and now he's running the company. So he's bringing those systems back, and Honda and Acura are all about performance, precision tuned performance, right? That's our motto. We're in all kinds of different racing genres. We just won the Daytona Rolex 24-hour race, which is an endurance race. We just won that for 4 straight years in a row. Different teams, but 4 straight years in a row. And there's some big names racing that. We're in IndyCar. A lot of people don't know that Honda makes most of the engines in IndyCar. And for a few years back in the day, we were the only manufacturer in IndyCar. So now it's the Chevy engine and the Honda engine, which again, Honda, part of Acura, right? Formula One, we were legends in Formula One over in Europe, which is the biggest racing genre in the world. And we still hold records, with those teams. We just paired up with Red Bull and won the Drivers' Championship. Mercedes is so tough in that racing genre and have been for years. Just eked us out on the manufacturing title, but we did win the championship, and they are going to start trickling out of that genre because they're looking forward to the future to come out with just full electric battery charged cars. And that is the way of the future for all manufacturers. Yeah.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much, Clint.
It was my pleasure. If anybody has any questions, they can always send us, an email or come through the webpage, and we'll get back to you. Please, don't hesitate to stop in and check out our cars. We are going to go over some new programs that we have so that you can reserve your car. And I think that's what we're going to be looking into now.
Mm-hmm.
Well, how about that little segue?
Yeah. I know. I was going to say, I didn't know if we were bringing two of us up, but perfect. So yeah, with how inventory is right now, the inventory, they can't get it right now, how should they go about it?
Well, we have a motto on and this is through our webpage?
Yes, this is SmailAcura.com.
So, with inventory that's in trouble and it's going to stay this way for what we hear all year, we have no clue, when it's going to change, but hopefully it will change. But we have to deal with what the hands that we're dealt. So what we're doing is we're doing the best we can to get all of our customers taken care of. We're doing that in such a way that we are turning down business that is out of state. We are getting calls from all kinds of, like Chicago, Florida. I mean, all over the country, we're getting calls on cars that we have because nobody can get cars. We are trying to keep our cars for our local customers. So if you want an Acura, we're going to get you an Acura. If you want to go online and fill out this form, see what we can offer and what package and what color, send it in to us. We'll get back to you. We normally take a $500 deposit to secure the car. It's refundable if you change your mind, so don't worry about that. We try to do everything we can with swap-in dealers that have them on order so we can get them sooner and it comes straight from us from Ohio. Or we can wait until we have allocation to order cars and then place your order. And in the meantime, we follow up with you. We can text you, email you. We try to give you updates as we're going. I have a lot of customers that are patient and they're waiting for their cars. I'll be delivering a car in 2 days. The customers were just here to inspect it, and this lady worked for Honda on the line for 25 years.
Wow!
And she'll be picking up a brand new 2022 MDX Advanced Package, and she's so happy. But she waited a long time for it, but we got her what you want. As long as you're patient, we will continue to take care of our customers in the future any way we can.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Clint.
Yeah, one last thing. I don't know if we're going to be closing, but I'm supposed to give everybody a little bit of detail on who Smail Acura is. A lot of, everybody, you have other dealerships that you can choose and go to in all kinds of different cities. But here at Smail Acura, we are considered to be one of the elite Acura dealers in the country. Acura gives out a Precision Team Award every year. It's to the top dealers in the country, and we have won that award 17 times. I believe we're on like 14 straight years in a row. That means that we're in the top 15 in the country out of 280 Acura dealers. There's nobody around the Pittsburgh area that's even close to that number. So we are very proud to tell people that because we all work hard to achieve that every year. from the ownership to the managers to the salespeople to the service advisors to the technicians. Everybody is part of this award, and it's all one big team. And it comes down from our report cards. So when we sell you a car or you bring your car in for service and you get that email with the survey, that's really the most important thing that how we attain this award. Mm-hmm. So if hopefully we can earn the A or the 10 that you gave us. If we don't, then please let us know and we'll do everything we can to get you there. But if you want a good dealership to go to, people that you can trust, and people will step over, go backwards for anything. Anytime you have a problem, that's when you really are going to see how good we are, because that's really when you can test any dealership. If everything's going fine and there's no issues, anybody can be good. But when there's problems and you need someone, or your car breaks down and you need a loaner, we're going to do everything we can to take good care of you for as long as you own your car.
Mm-hmm. Awesome. Thank you so much, Clint.
It was a pleasure. Again, it's 2 years in a row we've done this. So we'll see about getting another one of these salespeople who come in and take my spot next year.
I don't know. You do a pretty good job each time.
I understand.
You might have earned it every year now.
Yeah. Well, maybe I can get a trophy or something.
Yeah. Add with the precision team one too.
Yes.
I think we have Jeff Jr. that's going to join us. Real quick before he does, if anyone has any more questions for Clint, please keep commenting. He can get back to you. We'll make sure we get everything answered, or if there's anything else that you want to know more about. Another reminder about the giveaway. For those of you that are just now chiming in, throughout this entire week, we're going to be giving away prizes. So you can enter to win the Apple Watch, Apple TV, a Smail gift bucket with a complimentary detail. And you just go to smailcars.com/enter to go ahead and do that.
Yeah, and give a little plug for our detail department.
Yes.
They do a great job up there. We have a car wash up there that you can come and it's I believe it's 24, is it 24/7 or does it shut down? Our car wash.
It shuts down at night.
Okay, we shut down at night. So not 24/7. We have an attendant there to wash you through, but we can do all kinds of detailing, interior, exterior, and even if you don't buy a car here, you can you can pay for that service. So they do a fantastic job up there.
Especially with this time of year, everyone probably could use a nice detail.
Well, we also have dent. We have dent and paint repair. We have a body shop. We have the glass service, the windshield service. So we pretty much can fix all your needs here in one-stop shop here at the Smail Corporation.
Mm-hmm. Now that we have Jeff joining us, Jeff, we kind of touched on it's kind of crazy times with COVID. A lot of things have changed. Clint talked about reserving cars. I know you wanted to mention about how we're buying cars right now.
Yeah, no, good job, Clint. You covered a lot, but just wanted to touch base, something we started pre-pandemic, but we now have a full acquisition team here at Smail Auto Group. So a lot of people don't know, we will buy cars directly off the street for cash. So you do not have to purchase a car from us, nor buy another car from us. You could simply stop down here. We would value your trade, whether you may lease it, have the title to it, or still owe money onto it. Values at an all-time high right now. So we're offering to buy your cars for cash. Obviously, with the car shortage right now, it's no better time to get rid of your car. So I know a lot of people's driving habits kind of changed throughout the pandemic, and it's actually a big part of our business now. A lot of people are working from home and their driving habits change. So, whether they leased a car a couple years ago, their scenarios changed a little bit, or maybe it's an extra car. So seeing a big demand for that right now. Again, values are an all-time high. So it's a good time if you have an extra car thinking about trading it in, come see us.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
Yep. Thank you guys.
And then we also have a message from Vinny Greco for service. We'll go ahead and show that now too.
Hey guys, my name is Vinny Greco. I'm a service writer here for Smail Auto Group. And today I'm going to be going over a couple things with My Karma. We partnered with them for 2022, and we're going to go over some things that help out with our customers here at service. One of the good points about My Karma is you're now able to schedule everything online. If you're not able to pick up a telephone to call in to schedule with one of us service advisors or the call center, you're able to go to smailautogroup.com. At that time, you're able to select your brand and select the appointment time and date that best fits your schedule. And so that way we can get you in at an early convenience. Upon arrival into the dealership, another good thing about the My Karma is as long as your cell phone's attached to your account, we're able to send you a text message. So that way you're able to communicate with your advisor through text messaging. So let's say if you're out in the office or you're on a conference phone call, we're able to text you. Another good point about My Karma is, let's say you're coming in with a noise. You got a front noise coming when you're making left turns. We're able to actually send you videos and pictures of what's going on with the vehicle that you can view in real time and text us back. So that way you don't have to be here to see everything. So that's another good point. And another good thing is we can also now send you invoices to text messaging. So that way, if you're gonna be picking up after hours, you're able to pay via text message, a secure link, which notifies your service writer, and we can print the receipt and attach it to your multi-point inspection. Multi-point inspection, those are complimentary with every service. You do get your tire specs, your brake specs. We will let you know what's upcoming with service and also what could be addressed at your time with the mileage on your vehicle. A lot of the time is waiting on phone calls and communication back and forth from the clients. So that what we're trying to do is cut that out so that way we can have direct contact with our clients to get their vehicles done in a timely fashion and in the right way. Hey guys, thanks for tuning in. Again, I'm Vinny Greco, one of the service advisors here at Smail Auto Group. Make sure you stop on in Route 30 East in Greensburg, PA, or check us out online at smailauto.com.
All righty. I think that just about wraps it up. Did you have anything else you wanted to say, Clint?
No, I just appreciate everybody watching, and it was fun. We were down at the car show this weekend. Wasn't like it normally is, but nothing really is right now. But we did have some few cars there, and it was a good turnout. Talked to a lot of people, and talked about the Acura product, where we're going, what we have to offer. So we're excited.
Awesome. Well, yes, again, thank you everyone for joining us for the 2022 Smail Acura Virtual Auto Show. One last time, don't forget about the giveaway, smailcars.com/enter. You can go home with one of these prizes. And again, if you have any more questions or if there's anything else that you want more information on, Clint's available. You can keep leaving comments. And yeah, we'll get back to you on them.
All right. Thanks so much. And
all right. Thank you, everyone.
good job.
Bye. Oh,
Bye.
this one.